Hello. The other day I was walking down the street and a woman, passenger in a car, drove by and she threw out a wad of aluminum foil onto the ground. Perhaps used to wrap her food or whatever, it doesn't matter. She threw it out. I looked at her as she drove by and did it. She looked at me and she gave me a scowling look as they drove by. As we walked down the street, I noticed the amount of litter that's being thrown out in my neighborhood. People just disregarding things. They don't want it. Cigarette box, a package from a girl store. They couldn't wait to get home to open up the package to see what they had just purchased. Whatever it may have been, we just have this trash. And as I'm walking down the road and I'm thinking about this woman throwing this aluminum foil out the door, get to my place, having to pick up the trash around about. I mean, plastic spoons, Dixie cups or cups with soda that was once in it, straws, lids, in my garden. That means someone had to throw it in my garden to get rid of it. You start realizing that littering, is not really caring about your neighborhood, not really caring about the neighborhood that you're passing by. And because you don't care about the neighborhood you either live in or that you're passing by, means you generally don't care about the people that live there. I don't want the trash. I remember a guy pulled onto my street, opened up his car door and dumped out all his fast food trash all over my sidewalk and drives on. Then I went out there and picked it up, of course, with the proper gloves on, because you never know what kind of trash you're going to run into. But it's the idea that they don't care about their neighbor. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about the neighborhood, so therefore they don't care about the neighbor or the person that lives in that neighborhood. And it might even be their own neighborhood. It might even be a place where they live, out in their own yard, just throw it out. They don't care. Why don't they care? Because they don't really care about themselves. And if they don't care that much about themselves in their own home, in their own yard, their own neighborhood, they certainly don't care about their neighbor. So we're supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves. And in John, as Christ said, love your neighbor as I have loved you. So when we start understanding what love is all about, we start realizing just littering shows a general disregard for God's creation. Littering shows a general disregard for our neighbors. It shows a general disregard for ourselves. I know litter is just one facet, one element, but it's a visible demonstration of our lack of caring for one another. If we truly love one another as Christ loves us, or if we're truly working in his love and God is the creator of all love, then we certainly will care about our neighbors. And to litter, throw our trash on the ground, won't even become something that we would do. It's something that we would avoid doing because it represents how we truly feel inside. If I truly love myself and I truly love my neighbor as myself, and the love that's in me is as of God, and through Christ we get this love of God, then the demonstration of littering, or all these other things that is visible for what's going on inside of ourselves, which is called spiritual, then the visible will represent what's truly going in me. And if I truly have this love of God in me, then this littering and these visible things I would not do. So I suggest for all of us, let's start paying attention to what our physical activity is about, because that's going to lead us into what's going on within ourselves and our true relationship with God, which leads to what our relationship is with one another. Have a blessed day.